registration and explain to me how someone like you affords a brand new Escalade.
The same way anyone does, Sheriff. I work for a living.
Work doing what exactly? Because rides like this don't come from honest work in my experience.
Your experience is about to get a lot more expensive, Sheriff. Special Agent Carter, Federal Bureau.
Sheriff Paul Horton of the Riverside County Sheriff's Department saw a black woman in her early 30s pull into the Chevron station on Highway 47 just outside Millbrook, Tennessee. And something about the scene didn't sit right with him. The vehicle was a jet black Cadillac Escalade, brand new by the looks of it, with temporary tags still visible in the rear window. Horton had been sheriff for 6 years and a deputy for 12 before that. And in his 18 years of law enforcement, he developed what he called an eye for things that don't add up. A young black woman driving a $70,000 SUV at 11 o'clock on a Tuesday night was one of those things. He pulled his patrol vehicle into the gas station, positioned it behind the Escalade to block any quick exit, and activated his lights. Through his windshield, he watched the woman step out of the driver's seat. She was dressed professionally, dark blazer, white blouse, slacks, like she'd just come from an office. But Horton had made up his mind before she even turned around. What Sheriff Paul Horton didn't know was that Special Agent Mary Major had just finished a 14-hour shift at the FBI's Nashville field office, where she worked in the Violent Crime Division, investigating drug trafficking organizations across 3 states. He didn't know that she'd graduated top of her class from Howard University before earning her law degree from Georgetown. He didn't know that she'd passed the FBI's rigorous background check, physical fitness test, and psychological evaluation. And he certainly didn't know that the Escalade had been purchased with money she'd saved over 4 years of federal employment, combined with a modest inheritance from her grandmother, who'd worked 2 jobs her entire life so her granddaughter could have better opportunities. All Horton saw was a black woman who, in his view, had no business driving a vehicle that expensive. Before we continue, let me know where you are watching from, and if you believe that success shouldn't be treated as suspicious based on someone's skin color, hit that like and subscribe button. It helps the algorithm show stories like Mary's to more people who need to hear them. And subscribe because we're documenting every case where racial profiling met the wrong person and lost everything. Mary Major had stopped at this particular gas station because it was directly on her route home to her apartment in Clarksville, about 30 minutes north of where the FBI field office was located. She'd made this same stop dozens of times over the past year. Same station, same pump when it was available, same routine. Fill up the tank, grab a bottle of water from inside, maybe a bag of pretzels if she was hungry, then continue the drive home. Tonight had been particularly exhausting. She'd spent most of the day coordinating with DEA agents on a joint operation targeting a fentanyl distribution network. The paperwork alone had taken hours, and she'd skipped lunch to finish witness interview summaries that were due by end of business. Her feet hurt from the heels she'd worn to a morning briefing with the assistant director. All she wanted was to get home, take a hot shower, and sleep for 6 hours before doing it all again tomorrow. She just inserted her credit card into the pump when she noticed the flashing lights reflecting off the Escalade's glossy paint. Mary's first thought was that there might be an emergency nearby, maybe an accident further up the highway. But when she turned and saw that the sheriff's vehicle was parked directly behind hers, blocking her